Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the sanitarium, Lee tells Poppy she knows her secret. She always knew she had no morals, but to take advantage of her 18-time-old son. You're his aunt. Poppy knows. Did she do it to get back at her? To take the most precious thing in her life? Poppy swears Finn wanted it as much as she did. Lee hisses about her condescending so low. Poppy tells her it was beautiful. Lee gasps. Beautiful? Beautiful. You're delusional. You got pregnant with your Whoreson's child, Penelope. His kinsman is now his son, and you're telling me he wanted it. Poppy stammers. I understand how it looks. It was ain't applicable. Lee hollers. It was disgusting. She tells her she's crossed a line she'll no way come back from. She'll not get down with this. Poppy asks Lee to stay calm and sit down. Lee smothers that she hid this for 20 times and looked her in the eye. Poppy swears she didn't really know who the father was. Lee screams. How could you have known? There were so numerous men, including my son. With that, she gets up in her family's face. Poppy says, You're starting to scarify me. Lee counters that she should be spooked. She created a monster, and her son and Steffi will have to live with that for the rest of their lives because of her crooked, demoralized jest. She can slightly stand to watch her breathe. She sensations that she felt shamefaced for criminating her of coverlet Jack, but what she did was 1,000 times worse. With that, she lunges at Poppy and strangles her up against the wall. At the sanitarium, Poppy sticks her head in the office where Lee is flashing back Finn's disclosure about Luna being his son. She chirps, Lee. Hi. You wanted to see me? She tells Lee that she was agitated to get her textbook. Lee muses. My sweet little family. Poppy says it's an emblem she wears with honor. She's always respected Lee, and the fact that they made peace means the world to her. Family means everything. Lee nods. Her family means everything to her. She'll do anything to cover the bones she loves. Poppy tells Lee she has to tell her commodity. She tells her that she's upset about Luna, and that her counsel won't return her calls. I'm beginning to wonder if she's still alive. Lee scoffs. Of course she's still alive. Poppy recaps that she ain't get anyone to tell her anything. Turning her back on her family, Lee says she knows where Luna is. She's at Bill's. Poppy asks how that can be. Has she seen her? Lee turns and advances as she says no, but Finn did. My son. Your Whoreson. Luna's father. Poppy's hands fly over to her mouth in shock and fear. At Bill's place, Finn tells Luna she's his son, but she killed 2 people. Perhaps he could have changed effects for her, and he wishes he'd been given the chance, but Steffi's right, she needs to go back to captivity and pay for her crimes. Luna demurs. She feels like her old tone there, like when she was little. I'm your son, your own meat and blood. Finn warns she won't change his mind. Luna prayers to Bill, but Steffi snaps that Bill can't help her. Rich tells Spencer he should be shamed of himself. Taylor asks if he indeed considered the impacts of this. Rich suggests he deliver a slapdash canine coming time. Bill admits he may have overstepped, but he wanted to step up for Luna in a way that no bone did for him. Steffi's had enough and calls Deputy Chief Baker, who's about to enjoy a hot canine. She tells him she's at Bill Spencer's house with Luna Nozawa. He's on the way. Steffi tells Luna the police are on the way, she's going back to captivity. Luna cries that she can't go back and begs them to let her stay. She won't leave the house. I do'n't want to be down from my pater. At Il Giardino, Sheila asks Deacon what he means by he doesn't trust Poppy. It's a feeling he gets that he's learned not to ignore. At Bill's place, Steffi tells Luna she ain't run. Luna isn't going back there, she won't survive. Taylor asks if she has any sense of what she's done. She nearly took Steffi down from her children. Luna is sorry, however she would if she could take it back. Steffi feels she's only saying this because she's been busted. She wants Finn to suppose she feels guilt. Luna prays to Taylor as a therapist, but she tells her she has cases with backgrounds far more woeful than hers who have managed not to kill anyone. Why do you suppose you're entitled to walk down with a poke on the wrist? Taylor turns on Bill, but Luna defends him. She complains that now she has a father, and they're trying to rip her down from him. She pleads to stay a little longer. I may no way see my father again. Just also Baker arrives with the bobbies. What the hell is she doing then? Steffi says, ask Bill. Luna demurs that she's on house arrest. Steffi says, Chief Baker, take her down. Luna demurs that she's wearing an ankle examiner. Bill says it's legal. He made a deal and the powers that be know where Luna is. Rich hollers that he paid people off. Baker declares that Bill's not equipped to hold a internee. Cuff her. Suddenly the chief gets a call and asks, say that again? Are you sure? He disconnects and says, uncuff her. Remove her ankle examiner too. As everyone gasps, Baker announces that Luna Nozawa has been pardoned. The group is in unbelief. Rich demurs, she's shamefaced. She confessed. Baker says there's nothing he can do about it. She's a free woman. Steffi hollers that this can't be real, she killed 2 men. You can't do this. There's no way this is passing. There's no way. This can't be real. She has to go back to captivity. Finn, please, you have to do commodity. Bill gives Luna a shifty look, and Luna smiles at her pater. As Finn looks like a deer caught in the headlights. At Il Giardino, Cleric grievances to Sheila. Can you imagine having Luna for a son? Sheila says it can't be easy on Poppy. Cleric points out she raised her. Sheila gets her wrath up over him condemning the mama. Deacon thinks Tom would have been an atrocious pater. Sheila finds that a bit of a stretch. They note Poppy left snappily because Lee wanted to see her. Deacon muses that Lee's a tough cookie, he wouldn't want to be on her bad side. They've no idea why Lee and Poppy were disgruntled all those times, but it sounds like Poppy was a wild child. Sheila doesn't suppose they could be more different, but prodigies if the thing with Luna changed their dynamic. Perhaps commodity good came out of this tragedy, and they'll have a relationship now that lasts. They go over Luna being a bad seed and having a crazy gene, she'll pay for it for the rest of her life. Deacon complains that all Tom wanted to do was be a part of her life, and she slightly indeed knew Hollis. Every time he looks at Poppy it makes him suppose about what her son took down from them. He questions Sheila having sympathy for her. Sheila says Poppy is feeling it right now. She understands what it's like to be a mama separated from your child. Cleric can't put his cutlet on it, but there's commodity about Poppy he doesn't trust. At Bill's place, Ridge rails. How could you conceivably let Luna out of captivity? Taylor complains that Bill put their family in peril. Steffi declares that Luna is going back where she belongs. Bill argues she was going to be killed in there. Rich says no bone cares, he's putting everyone at threat. Luna begs Finn, Dad, please do commodity. I can't go back there. I'm going to die in there. Please. Luna knows she doesn't earn anyone's sympathy, but she can't go back to captivity. Taylor says, you have no choice. Luna demurs, I'm going to die in there. Please, Finn. I'm your son now. You just said that you wish you were around to help me, and I need your help now. Finn tells her that she's his son, but first and foremost she killed 2 men. And you attacked the love of my life. He puts his arm around Steffi, who looks relieved. Carter, Hope and Daphne are having a pressure-filled discussion at Forrester Creations. Carter stands by as Hope says Daphne has no respect for her, them nor Forrester. Daphne says she has deep respect for the company, but doesn't suppose this company is Forrester Creations. She asks Carter if he thinks the company is better without the Forrester family. Before Carter can answer, Hope tells him not to hear as Daphne easily has in docket. Daphne counters it's clear how much the preemption is importing on him. She thinks Carter lost his way but Hope is easily on target. Carter stops Daphne saying it was his idea to take over the company. Thank you. She understands but wonders if his Cherish tried to talk any sense into him. She tells Carter to open his eyes and realize Hope is playing him.